restless, so give me something to do. Yeah, I can't stay here because I need to dance. Jump around and show them how I move. Everybody will be on me, wanna join me when I take a shot.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you all are having a lovely day today. So today we are back at the channel with another speed build, and today of course I needed to play around with the new tiny living stuff pack just a bit more. I already did 3 builds, so I did a 100 tile build, a 64 tile, and a 32 tile bit. So a micro, a tiny, and a small home. And today I wanted to do another small house, so a 100 tile house, but have it go for 8 sims. So you can have 8 sims living in this tiny house. Everything is functional, and yeah, it's very comfortable living here. I have been playtesting this a little bit with my SimCell family, and my SimCell family contains 4 sims and 4 pets. So I also made sure that the house was pet friendly. So there is a feeder bowl, there's a litter box, a scratching pole. So your cats do have the bare necessities. If they're gonna live here, of course, you can add in more stuff like pet toys and maybe outdoor play stuff, but I didn't want to go that far with the build, but you can definitely do that when you download this from the gallery. And yes, it's on the gallery right now under my origin, LoveSimplySim. Just go check it out or click the link in the description of the video, and that will also take you to the house. So yeah, anyways, really excited to show you what I did with this 8 sims beach home. So it's a coastal vibe house. I went with a very traditional vibe, and the reason why is I actually was inspired by a large family home that I'm working on right now. So that is probably gonna come in the future because that's definitely not finished. Usually my mansions or very large houses take up to 12 hours for me to create. So yeah, that's definitely coming. But this tiny house, that was done in 2 hours. It was so much fun. It was really quick to do, and I really tried to make sure that there was enough clutter inside this house to make it look very lived in. In my other tiny houses, I didn't really clutter it up, and the reason why is I was kind of scared to use clutter because I don't know, I never did tiny houses, so I felt that if I used clutter, my sims couldn't route through their houses anymore, and everything was gonna be very hard for them to navigate through. But when playtesting this house, I found out that if you place the clutter very strategically, oh my gosh, on the right places, Mona, don't say words you cannot pronounce. But yeah, if you add the clutter in the right places, like on shelves or little tucked in little corners, but still make sure that the walkways are free, it's fine. So I went not crazy. It's not overly cluttered, but there is definitely a nice amount of clutter, especially in the living and dining and kitchen area. So yeah, I really like how this one has turned out. It's really cute. It's just a really cute vibe going on. So I am doing a Murphy bed right here, but the Murphy bed is gonna disappear again. So I wanted a Murphy bed because in the first additional draft or floor plan idea that I had was to have the master bathroom downstairs, like I'm doing right now, and then have an entirely open living, dining, and kitchen area that just gives your sim the most space. But I found out really quickly that I couldn't make a cozy, a cozy little seating area where your sim could watch television but also relax. I tried it with this divider wall, but it just looked weird. And then here I'm shuffling around the bathroom, and I thought, well, maybe just only do the pot tub here downstairs, make a little nook at the back, and then have like a little office there. But that also didn't really feel right to me. It didn't feel right messing around with that Murphy bed and the television. So in the end, I just opted for another bedroom downstairs. So this area right here that I'm trying to make work, I'm gonna not remove, but I'm gonna change again, and then it's gonna be a bedroom with a normal double bed. So the parents are probably gonna sleep downstairs because upstairs there are only single beds. So I decided to do 6 single beds upstairs and then 1 double bed downstairs, and that makes a total of 8 sleeping spaces if your Sims are in a high enough level of either romance or friendship to sleep together in one bed. But that will be no problem living in a tiny house all together. I think you will get to know each other very quickly. And why would you ever live in a tiny house with 8 strangers? That's just weird. Although it does happen, but I think you would call it more like an apartment that you would rent like when you're a student or something. But a family definitely knows each other, so it's gonna be fine having a double bed. I'm trying to justify my thinking of having a double bed and then saying that it is 2 sleeping spaces, because in my opinion it is. So I decided to do a cute little living nook at the front of the sleeping area. So you have the living there, then in the back you have the kitchen and a dining space. And what is great about this room, it's very open. So you can sit anywhere in this living and kitchen area, but still can communicate with each other. And I also made sure that there were 8 seating spaces for your Sim. So there are 4 on the high dining table, and then there's 4 in the living room area. So you can have all your Sims sitting down together and just have a conversation, interact with each other, which I think is really fun. And then here in this little nook, I wanted a space for your Sim to work, but also an area for the children that they could create paintings and arts and crafts. And I decided to go with the Seasons, the Seasons Arts and Crafts table or something like that. That is my favorite one. So you have the one from Parenthood, you have a base game one. I think there also came a kids arts and craft table with my first stuffed pet. I love how that looks, but I like the Seasons one the best, and that's why I also added that in this build. So your Sims or your children have something to do, which is very important. I love family play. I always play with a family in my game. Usually when I do like a challenge, I start out with one Sim, and then later on I do start up a family just to make the gameplay more interesting. I love playing with children. I am hoping that in the future we will get more stuff for our kids to do. Maybe a hobby pack for children would be really fun, or just in general, maybe go to school with our kids. I really wanted that for university, so I actually wanted a university pack, but more as a go-to-school pack, so that you could actually go to school with your kids, your teens, and your young adults could go to college. That is what I had in mind, but we only got normal university, which is fine. I'm having fun with university. At this point, I'm trying to go through all of the majors that you have. And I'm gonna try to have my Sim master them all and be like the smartest Sim in the whole Sim universe. That is what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to make a Sheldon Cooper. He knows everything. So he's getting degrees in everything. And it's really fun. So that is one challenge that I'm doing in my household. And then the other Sim, so my husband is doing all of the studying, and then me, my Sim self, I'm trying to make as much money as I can in however possible way I can, but only doing jobs. So I'm not doing any freelancing, no painting, because that's way too easy to make money. I'm just doing jobs. So that sim is just going through all the careers, making enough money. And that is also really fun. So those are like 2 little challenges that I'm doing in my family. So yeah, anyways, we're up in the 2nd floor. I've been talking not about to build, but yeah, we're on the 2nd floor. So I decided to do a bathroom upstairs and also a laundry area. I thought, let's make it even more interesting and add in a laundry area. So not a laundry room, because I couldn't spare another bedroom, but it's just a tiny little nook with a washer and dryer. I am gonna add in some hampers there, so the counter is gonna disappear and also the dresser is gonna disappear, because I'm gonna add a litter box for my kitty, of course. And they do use it. My cats were using the litter box upstairs, but you would probably want to upgrade it. I just added in a normal one here. But if you are like me and you don't like to clean up the poop of the kitties or the cats, just get the one with the laser eyes. That is way better. But for this one, for the aesthetic, it felt better to have a normal litter box, an open litter box, not a closed one. I have actually 2 cats that hate the closed litter box, and I have 2 cats that hate the open litter box. So I have 2 types of litter boxes in my house. I have an open one, I have a closed one, so that they can pick and choose. And I also have 1 cat, the one that only wants an open litter box. She only wants to go on her own litter box. So if you have high maintenance cats like I have in real life, you should probably add in 4 litter boxes, but there's no space here, so you need to do it outside if you want to have 4 cats like I have in my sim self family. So yeah, here furnishing the bedrooms. I love the first one that we did. That was the teen girls bedroom, definitely inspired by Selena. The one in the corner with the teals and blue colors is more inspired by Sadie. She really wanted this vibrant color bedroom, so I created that one. As you notice, the 2 beds in the corner do overlap a tiny bit, but I fixed that before uploaded this to the gallery. So if you download this house from the gallery, I add in a tiny little table in the corner so that you won't see the overlapping. I do add in a screenshot at the very end of this video so that you can see what I did there, and it looks really cute. I'm a bit disappointed that I didn't record that, but it was all last minute decisions before uploading it to the gallery, and it was all through play testing, and I actually didn't record the play testing. So yeah, this is the final bedroom that we are doing, another double bedroom, and this is more of a boy kind of vibe. I went with yellows, with blues. I'm also adding in shelves on the side because there wasn't any space for storage. I thought, let's do shelves on either side. So some books on there, we have some pencils, some cologne or perfume, so that they do have a place for them to add, I don't know, their diary or something like that, maybe their homework, chuck it on the shelf. So yeah, I just really liked that. And if you also noticed, I also added in some skill building items throughout the bedroom. So there's an easel in one of the bedrooms. It is functional. I did need to shovel it around a little bit, but that is functional. There's also a guitar in the teen girls bedroom, so also a skill building item. And I added in a bonsai tree on the patio. So that doesn't really count because the patio is not really counted to the 100 tiles, but I just really liked how the bonsai looked. So it's there up in the corner, and it also helps with I think getting focused or something like that. I don't know, it's there for your sim to use. So I decided to go with a swimming pool because we are on the Windenburg island. This is a very beachy environment, and what kind of beach house doesn't have a swimming pool? I mean, that would be so disappointing, building your own beach house or buying one and not having a pool. Only can swim in the sea. I mean, if you love swimming in the sea, that's fine. But Sadie, my youngest daughter, she actually is really scared of the ocean and she prefers a pool. So when we go on vacation to like Spain or something, she will go to the edge of the water. She will dip her toes in it and her feet, but she won't swim in the sea. She always wants to go in the swimming pool that is at the hotel. It's probably just the face. She's probably gonna grow over it. She also is very afraid of water. So when she does go swimming, she always has her goggles on so that she doesn't get any water in her eyes. And she never, ever, ever, ever puts her face or entire head in the water. She just never. She's just so scared. So yeah, we needed a swimming pool. Swimming pool was a must. And I also added in a tiny little gardening area because gardening is just the funnest thing in The Sims. If you aren't gardening, you should. You should garden in The Sims. It makes it such enjoyable gameplay. And it also gives you a really decent amount of money if you have the right flowers planted or fruits. I think it was like dragon fruit, right? That gave you the most money. It's been a while since I've done it for money, but yeah. Anyways, there are a few crops that you could grow for a really large amount of money. So very handy to pay those bills. Anyways, we're almost at the end, just doing a little bit more terrain painting. I did try to keep the landscaping very light and bright, not adding in too much pathways leading up to everywhere because it's a beach house. I wanted it to feel very open, and when you walk outside the door, you could walk straight to the beach. That was the feeling that I was trying to create, and I think I really did succeed in that open feeling. And I also deliberately did not fence in the entire backyard because of that, because I really wanted that open feeling, that the lot felt larger than it was. So yes, we have our swimming pool right here on the edge and our little gardening space, but it feels larger. It feels like your sim could use the space behind the swimming pool. Of course they can't. Maybe if you use a mod, because there is a mod called Tool, if I have that correct, that can make you edit the outside world, so your neighborhood. So maybe with Tool you could place like maybe a dining table or something like that outside your lot, but of course you don't have to. But it's something that you could do too. I think it was created by Twisted Maxi. He also has the free build mode camera that I'm always using. So he created that as well. So here doing a tiny little outdoor patio outside at the back. Just made it really simple. I tried to do a fireplace, but that wasn't working. So yeah, that's basically it, you all. I do hope that you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave your likes if you did, very important. And if this is the first video that you're seeing from me and you're enjoying my content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you would never ever miss a video of mine. So that's it, you all. I'm hoping that you have an awesome day wherever you are, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.